Crochet, and welcome to Friday Fun. Lots of things to do today. Let me take this out of the way. We have some giveaways. I'm really excited to tell you I got 4 of these to give away in a little bit. And we're going to do that a little differently this time. So I'm going to, let me put this on silent. Hold on a second. There we go. Oop, okay. Um, we're going to do that a little bit differently. So I'll tell you the rules that we're going to use this time just to try to, give everybody a chance who's not particularly fast at the keyboard and so forth. But anyway, we got that. I've got another design to show you. This design that I'm wearing now, this is called, let me see, what am I calling this? The Wheat Cabled Summer Top, which is 100% cotton, is coming Monday. Finally, I know I promised this a while back. Sometimes it just takes a while to get the editing done, and in this case, it did. And between that and all the traveling, we finally got this ready to go. So it is sized small through 3X or 2X, I believe small through 2X. I apologize for not having all the other larger sizes, but quite honestly, there are some designs that just don't suit all sizes. And that's another reason too, I didn't do the extra small because I don't know. Anyway, I won't get into all of that, but sometimes things just don't work for everybody. I mean, there's a lot of designs out there. I go shopping and you may know what I'm talking about, the kind of designs that have the really high waistline up here. Well, I think when I got somewhere past 35, I just didn't do those for a number of reasons. But sometimes certain styles just don't look great, while other styles are just perfect for our body type. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a Anyway, well, let me go ahead and say hey to you all in the group chat. Let me make sure. Okay, looks like I am live, so that's good. I just wanted to make sure that was working. And let me turn this on. No, I can't do that. Okay, let me do this and move this over here. I just want to be able to hear from my admins, my moderators, Hannah and Esther. Thank you so much, ladies, for being there for me today. I so appreciate all that you do. A lot of people here. Let me go ahead and just greet everybody. Hey, Marie, it's good to see you in the chat, and Rebecca. Um, and Lynn, as always, thank you for your encouraging comments. And Yvonne, and the Proverbs 31 yarn. Oh, that's a great name for a for a channel. And Wanda Gordon from Bahama, North Carolina. And let's see, we have Jan. She's saying, hi, Bonnie, and all my yarny friends. Hey, Jan, that's so sweet of you. And let's see, Karen is in the chat. She says, hot here in Kansas, so I'm staying in and joining the fun in a nice, cool house. Yes, ma'am. If you hear a little engine kick on around here, it's probably my AC. I'm just going to keep it running today. Just a little bit lazy, didn't feel like turning them all off throughout the house. But it should be fine. Let's see, we have Discovering Hope from Rochester, New York. And let's see, Brat's mom is in the chat. Since she's waiting for a routine eye checkup at the doctor's office. Hope everyone is doing great. I hope hope your doctor's appointment went well. And we have Cynthia from Illinois. She's watching while I'm with hubby in the ER. Looks like a kidney stone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Cynthia. Tell your husband we sympathize. Hannah and myself, we have both been in the ER with kidney stones, and Hannah, unfortunately, has been hospitalized severely with that situation. So compassion is going out to you right now, Cynthia. I hope it passes quickly. I hope that it's not too serious. I know it does not feel good. It feels a lot like being in labor, if you ask me. And let's see, we have Elizabeth from Illinois. Well, I got a lot of Illinois people today. And thank you for your prayers for Cynthia, Esther. That is so kind of you. And we have Alana. She says, hope all is well. And we have Wanda Gordon, Julie from Brazelton, Georgia. Thank you guys. You guys are so faithful. Um, And yeah, and let's see. Amy, and let's see, Denise. It's good to see you in the chat, Denise. And all my comments just jumped out of my way. Let me see if I can do this. I'm trying to be trying to get through this adequately here. And Julia, sorry, Judy, Olivia from Ireland. Wow, thank you for joining us from all the way across the pond, Olivia. And Swati from LA, hoping everybody is well. Hope you're doing well out there, Swati. Um, we've had an interesting morning already here, but I'll tell you about that a little bit later. Carol from Maryland. Wow. Hey neighbor, it's good to have somebody else from Maryland in the chat. And Tracy says she's working on the tulip blanket. It's just beautiful. Oh, I'm glad you like that one, Tracy. It's not a difficult blanket for those of you who haven't tried that one yet. It's not difficult. There's an excellent kit with fabulous yarn available. I know it is an investment. It's not, it's not your Walmart special, I promise. But it's excellent color and everything from Lamb Shop Kits. Should be a link in the video description, or certainly in the video description of that particular video. But this is also a great pattern for using up your scraps, or if you have, just maybe two scans of this color, two of that, two of the other thing, and you want to put them all together into this, you might be able to pull that off too. So yeah, give that a try. It's really not hard. If you can do the arrow stitch, the low front ridge, you can get the rest of this. That's pretty basic. I would almost say beginner cabling style stitches, and they're not really traditional cables, but you know what I'm saying. I think you can do that. So glad you're enjoying it. And let's see, got a lot of folks. Mary Ford McCourt and Anne for another hello from Ireland. Well, that's fantastic. I saw that another group online is going to be having a crafting trip to Ireland, and I'm like, oh, I'm so happy for them. They're going to have such a fantastic time there. And Jan, okay, she's greeting each other. That is so cool of you guys doing that. Um, Hold on a second. I'm just having a hard time keeping up with this the way it's jumping around on me for some reason. Um, we have Joanne Jack and we have Tracy Hamilton. Hey, thanks for joining us today. And yeah, we are doing well today. I got to talk to Hannah before we went live, and she seemed to be really doing well, taking care of Grandma Barker there in South Carolina for us. And yeah, Jan says she got busy last Friday and forgot. That's okay, Jan. Not a problem. That's why we have replays. But I'm glad you're here today because we do have some giveaways, and these are all going to be done live. So if you're watching this as a replay, after it renders and replays, I'm sorry, but we just decided we needed to just do this live to try to bless the people who are faithful here so faithful every week, and I so appreciate you guys. We have Carol from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Excellent, Carol. So glad to have you here. I would love to see that part of the island at some point. I just need to go back and stay like a month or two so I can see everything and then just soak in the Irish hospitality all over there. We have to Joanne Jack from Canada, BC, and let's see, Marley Hagan. She says, from hot and dry South Dakota, we are desperate for rain. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary Lee. Mary Lee, I need to go to your place and wash my car. I promise you it will bring the rain, like probably a week worth of rain. So I just need to figure out how to get out there. It just would take me probably 4 days to drive it. I do hope you get rain though. And we have Esmeralda from Southern Cal. She said, I enjoy your channel very much. I have learned. Oh, thank you, Esmeralda. I so appreciate that. I just love teaching. I've always have. And we have Angie K and Grace from Germany. And let's see. Jan says, I'm saving my pennies for my tulip kit. Yeah, it does take a lot of pennies. I'm sorry about that, Jan. But anyway, I will just say that when you buy these kits, I'm not trying to push these hard, but Emily and I are very good friends. She's a sweetheart of a lady, a young woman with, 3 small children under her feet. But she does a fantastic job putting these kits together. And one point she made on her blog post recently is that when you buy one of these kits, you're supporting at least one, two, three, at least three, maybe four. Um, Home businesses primarily run by women. Not that it matters if a woman or a man runs it, but if you're looking into, wanting to support women trying to work out of their home, um, buying these kits is a great way to do it. Of course, again, never any pressure from me, but she puts out a lot of quality stuff. Um, oh, great, Kelly. Looks like she got a bunch of yarn from a friend. How sweet is that? Um, How sweet is that? Cynthia says, I have some new premier color changing yarn on the way. Can't wait to try it. Yeah, that stuff is so much fun to work with. It makes the journey very interesting and fun. Um, and Tracy says to Jan, it's so worth it on the kits. Yeah, I think it is. I really do. I mean, of course, again, getting back to the kits, and they're made of 100% superwash wool. It is also something you have to be very careful on caring for, since it's not something you just, put it in a washer, put it in a dryer. Hold on a second. I'm going to disconnect my telephone. Okay, got it. That was one of my things I forgot to do before the time started. Most of the time that thing rings, it's a robocall. Anyway, so it has been disconnected, so it's not going to bother us any longer. Um, okay, and Lynn says she's going to get a kit in July. That's great, Lynn. Thank you for your support. You are supporting some really sweet people. Thank you. Not talking about me so much, but Emily and the people who do the dyeing for Emily. It's just, the lady that actually did the dyeing for the tulip kit blanket, she came out of retirement to do this for Emily. And after working with Emily in a little bit, I think, and just seeing how the kits are doing well, she's decided that she's going to dye some more yarn for us. And I'm not going to give anything away, any secrets or anything, but do be looking for some more. This lady has dyed a whole lot of other yarn for a new kit that Emily and I are working on together. So stay tuned. That'll probably be a fall release, probably a mid-fall release. So, keep your eyes out. We'll be getting another something really purty out there. Um, let's see. Oh, we have Carmen from Mexico. Oh, thank you, Carmen. I'm so glad you could join us, Golly, all the way from Mexico. I just brings me back to memories of when I was in high school visiting your beautiful country. And we have Linda and see Jane Chapman from Massachusetts in our chat. Um, Jan says, my answer is 7, blue, yellow, green, 12, 17. Thank you for that, Jan. As far as the numbers go, we're going to get to that in a bit. But like I said, when it comes to the giveaways today, we're going to ask that everybody just submit one number only. So if you want to be thinking about a number, that's what I'm going to do. But just one number and just one submission. That's what we ask. And if we see multiple submissions, we're going to have to disqualify those entries, if you know what I'm saying. So we're not doing it just yet. We're not doing it yet. I promise. I will let you know. That'll be in a little bit. I just wanted to finish getting through a couple more of your comments here. We have Wanda. She says, hello from rainy Michigan. See, Karen is just working on works in progress and trying to make requests from my 4 great granddaughters. Wow, you are blessed, Karen. The 5-year-old started it by asking for a sweater for kitty garden. Aw. And so the 4, 8, and 13-year-old all said they want one too. Isn't that wonderful, though, that they want something from your hands? That is fabulous. And great granddaughters. What in the world was that? How wonderful is that? You are blessed. That's all I can say. That is so wonderful. We have Mary from Olympia, Washington. And Jane says she loves Ireland. Hope to go back in 2022. Oh, let me know, Jane. If you need someone to carry your luggage, let me know. And she said, Jan says it's been raining there since 2 a.m. Too bad you can't send some of that rain to South Dakota. All right. We have, is it Luz Martinez says buenos dias. Oh, buenos dias, amigo. Welcome to our chat. And Bobby Pearson says, hey y'all from Oklahoma. Um, Hannah says, Bobby Pearson, what's up? Oh, Hannah, that's so funny. Okay, Esther's got something going on. I think that's their phone, right? Is that what you're talking about, Esther? Yeah. And Tracy Hamilton is in our chat. And let's see, what happened to my chat? Okay, it just disappeared on me for a second. All right, well let me go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about the rules. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do a don't post anything yet. Okay, we're not gonna take the numbers until after I'm done explaining what we're gonna do with this. We have we're just gonna take one entry, one entry in the chat per person. Unfortunately, this is gonna have to be only people in the US, and I'm not trying to be exclusive. If I could send one to everybody, I would. I really mean that. But Crochet World was generous enough to send me 4 copies. It's just the postage is the thing. Postage can oftentimes cost a lot. Actually, much more than what the value is of what I'm going to be sending. So that's the main thing. Um, so if you're in the US, you're welcome to participate. Or if you from another country, but you know somebody you want to ship it to in the US, that could work too. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you to submit only one number once I say the magic word, which I haven't said yet. Um, between the numbers 1 and 50. Okay, go. And I wish you all the best. And this is if you don't have a subscription already. This is what it'll be, a Crochet World magazine. So um, go ahead. And Hannah's going to help me. I think we have one winner, I see. I see 2 winners. Okay. Okay, I see Carol Bowles is one winner. And I'm going according to the order that they're popping up in my feed here. Joni Trischler is another winner. Tracy Hamilton is a winner. And there's still one more number that nobody has gotten. Let me write these down while I can. There's still one more number out there, guys. So let me. Hannah, text me when you see that last number. Okay, I'm going to write down the ones that I've already seen. So, Carol Bowles. Joni Trichler. I probably said that wrong. Okay, Tracy. Okay. Okay, there's still one more number out there. I'll tell you what, if you've already posted a number, I'm going to make it easier. You can give it one, hold on a second. Let me text, see, Hannah. I'm just to make sure I haven't missed anything. There's still one more number. Okay, you all can try one more time. And I will limit this. This number is between 1 and 20. Okay, there's one more number out there. If you want to participate again, you may. This number is between 1 and 20. Okay, we got a winner. Okay, we're done. Okay, we got a winner. Angie Kokuvanis, if I'm saying that, Koukouvanis. You are our fourth winner. Okay, now this is what I need you four to do. This is Carol Bowles, Joni Trishler, Tracy Hamilton, and Angie K. I need you to send me. I'm going to put this in the chat. Send me an email. I put the address. It's also the email. It's also in the video description below. Just send me an email because otherwise I have no way of sending it to you. I need your mailing address. And just to reiterate, whenever you send me your mailing address, I don't keep it for anything. I don't send it on to anybody. I don't keep list of that. I have a list from my mailing, my newsletter that you signed up for, and you give me permission to have your email for that. But I don't keep physical addresses at all. So just to let you know, I value my privacy, and I value yours just as much. So I just want to be respectful of that. But I do need that in order to stick this in the mail to you. So I just need your mailing address, and if you can send that to me. And if your name on your email when you contact me is different than the name that you use in the YouTube chat, just say I'm so and so from the YouTube, because otherwise I don't have a way of knowing, if the email is, who this is from. So congratulations, and thank you so much for playing along. And let me go ahead and show you one reason why I'm able to give these away. Well, first of all, let me just go ahead and look at it. It's got this beautiful Afghan on the front cover. Lots and lots of fun things that can be made. And this is the August 2021 edition. We have crochet storage bowls in here. I mean, lots of things. There are 21. Most of them are very easy to crochet designs. Let me show you the pillows. These are beautiful pillows that you can crochet. And let's see. I'm all thumbs all of a sudden, when it comes to this. Here's a nice Afghan. You can probably use scraps on this one. And it looks like it's very easy to do. Be one of those very easy repeat, relaxing kind of things. Who doesn't like things like that? And I'm trying to find, well, I went too far. I guess I could look at the page number. That's too easy, right? Okay, page 36. Okay, it was right behind this one, and these were stuck together. And it's page 38. Okay, here we go. So the Celtics Cable Afghan is the one design that I have in here, this particular edition. And as you may know, the complete video tutorial for this Afghan has been up on my channel for about a week and a half now. Okay, it's in its second week of running. It's doing quite well. I think over 17,000 views, which is pretty amazing for the summertime to be able to sit down and crochet a blanket. Ugh. But we all do it. So that is in there should you need the written directions. And if you've never considered subscribing to this, think about it. It's not that expensive. It does keep the publication house up and running. And you can get a really nice discount instead of paying, it's $6.99. No, that's Canada's, Canadian dollars, $5.99 on the newsstand. But I don't know what the price is, but they're always running specials when you have, a subscription and they bring it to your house. You actually get it delivered before it even hits the newsstand, which is kind of nice. This is just now being released on the newsstand, and I've had my copy for a couple weeks, being a subscriber. And there is a video link and a video description below should you be interested in checking that out. Again, never any pressure from me. But I just love looking through I just like looking at the pictures a lot of the time, and it can be very inspirational. Um, I wanted to thank you all for your comments. This past week, I released a video. Let me get my hooks here. I don't have them all, but I released a video on which is the fastest crochet hook. And I used two main styles of hooks, the inline and the tapered, and I use different varieties of them out there. And I so appreciate your comments on that. I'm still open to ideas for how I could improve doing this, trying to find out, which is the fastest hook. And ideally, what I'm trying to find out is what's the best hook for me. That's, of course, if it's the fastest hook, it's probably going to be the best hook suited to my style. So, and I know that's going to be different for everybody. One of you kindly suggested that I try the Edimo Tulip crochet hook. So I did invest and I bought one of these. I had it shipped from Amazon. And it is very interesting. It's almost like a combination of the two. And to be honest with you, I was practicing with it and I'm like, this is nice. It's just as nice, almost just as nice as this, except that my muscle memory is so keyed into using this thumb rest. um, it's just that that would hit about here on this hook, which kind of goes past the fancy handle part. But this is still very nice and cushy. And I definitely can hold on to this one as a spare. That is a usable spare hook. Where whenever I'm not going to give it all away, but I'm a Susan Bates girl. I mean, I'm not a representative or in any way financially supported by Susan Bates. It's just that that's just what my muscle memory has just, it's almost like concrete, with an inline hook. So that when I go to a tapered hook, like many of you love these boy tapered hooks, I am literally, well, not literally all thumbs, but close. It If you watch the video, you'll see, because I am really, really going as fast as I can with each of these hooks. And some of them I did have to practice for a little bit just so that I can figure it out before I did the time trial. Um, but if you want to check that out and let me know what you think, I do appreciate the comments, and I'm going to continue researching and trying to see what other kind of hooks are out there. If people, um, I may have a follow up to that. Not going to be anytime real soon. But the other thing I wanted to thank you for is for your comments on, uh, your storage, your yarn storage practices, what you do, what you like to do, because I am continuing to research that. I have a stack of papers that I am reading through on how to best store our yarn. And and this will cover all types of yarn, but I'm particularly interested in protecting the natural fibers yarns, because those are the ones that are the most susceptible to pest. And these are, susceptible, or not even just to bugs like moths and silverfish and uh, what do you call it, carpet beetles. I mean, we're just going to hit on it lightly on some of that, but there are also enemies of our yarn that can affect even our, the worst acrylic that you own, and that would be mold and mildew. I mean, there are a lot of enemies to yarn. We have to be really careful. And if we truly love our stash, like everybody says they do, we need to protect it in the best possible way. And that's why I am putting this together. And in fact, this week, I'm looking to my left here, I completely revamped the way I store some of my yarn from what I have learned. I decided that, okay, well, you know what? What I had going was a hand-me-down dresser from my mom, and it was big and it was beautiful and it was taking up a lot of space in my studio. But I was storing stuff inside these beautiful dark drawers that never saw the light of day. And I decided that it had to go and was able to sell it this week. So and kind of move it out so I have more room to see what I've got better. And I'll be talking to you more about that. I'm really excited about this one. I just have to, get some time to film it and put all the things together that I want to add to it. So I'm hoping to get that one out, mm, maybe the week after next. Um, Cross my fingers if I get all the work done. Well, let me go ahead and go back and see what else I missed a lot of your comments. I'm going to try to go back and find them again. So I don't want you all to feel like I'm not, paying attention to you, because I really want to. Um, okay. Lots of numbers. Thank you guys for participating with that. All right. Da, 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 da. Thanks for being so patient. Freaky Geek says it's trying to rain here. I think rained most of the night. Yeah, so that's good that you're getting rain. We got a lot of rain this week here too. Lots and lots of rain. Tony says, working on a temperature blanket for my daughter's first year of life. How sweet. Um, she's 10, so the weather research is grueling to say the least. Wow. I bet that's going to be beautiful though. It's going to be great. Please send me a picture if send me a picture to bonniebay@me.com when you're finished. I'd love to see that. Or if you want to ever just post it on my Facebook page. It doesn't have to be my design. You can post, whatever you're working on there so that others can see it. I just love to see what you're working on. And Bev says completed. Is it the Californian throw rug? And the Celtic Afghan. Love your patterns. Well, thank you, Bev. I'm not familiar with the Californian throw rug. I'd like to see that one. That's pretty, I bet. Um, okay, Freaky Geek says, I heard a blanket of yours is in a craft catalog. Congrats on that. Let me know which one, Freaky Geek. It's probably one of the Red Heart yarn Afghans that I sold to them many years ago. But if you know which one it is, I'd love to find out. And Kelly Hart, I guess, about the Crochet World magazine, says, can't wait to see what you have in store for us. Okay, can't wait. Okay, not referring to the magazine. Okay, yeah, Kelly, I'm going to show you one in just a second here. It's an easy repeat too. And Archer Ace is here. Yay, glad you made it. And Sarah P, she says, sorry I'm late. Well, sorry I'm late in reading your comment there. And thank you for your sweet comments there, Kelly Hart. And Peggy says, I've been waiting for the pattern. It's for the top you are wearing. It is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I think you're going to like it. And it's not difficult at all. Um, and Bev says, it is beautiful in Esperance, if I'm saying that right. All right, so, well, I think, and Bev says, I'm about to start on your heart Celtic blanket. Ah, Bev, follow the videos, okay? If there are any discrepancies between the written pattern, which I have no control over, guys, I'm sorry. I sold it 10 years ago. Editors did whatever they wanted to it, and so I did the videos to make sure that people understood what it should be. That's all I'm going to say about that. Um, we're always at the mercy as a designer. You're always at the mercy of your editor, unless your editor is your daughter and you have a very good relationship with her, like I do with my editor. So I hope that works for you. If you have any issues, just let me know. Um, Wanda says, I heard someone say the other day, she's not a hoarder, she's a curator. So I'm a proud yarn curator. I like that, Wanda. Yep, you got to have materials. It's like having paint in your in your art studio, right? You got to have something to work with, and I mean that very seriously. And Bev, okay, it's from, okay, Esperance is Western Australia. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I'm reading backwards if you haven't figured that out, Bev. But Western Australia, wow. I've been on more the eastern part where Sydney and into the Blue Mountains area, which I just loved. I could live there, Bev. Would love to see the western part. I guess that's more. I'm gonna mess up my geography. I'm thinking Melbourne, but I know along the west coast. I would like to go there. I've told you all before, I like to watch this guy on YouTube. What's his name? I forget his name, but he's a small pilot. He flies his Cirrus SR-22 all over Australia, and we get to fly along with him and watch. It's just so much fun. And we have Bobby Pearson from Oklahoma. And I think I've caught up with most of the comments. So I'm going to go down, scroll past the numbers. Yeah, I'm that behind. Um, let's see. All right. And then Jan says, oh, forget my number. I have a subscription. You're fine, Jan. You know, you can always win it and give it to somebody that you know. That's never a problem with me. And Olivia Power says, I bought it already last week. Well done. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you guys who have subscriptions just for thinking of others in that way. Karen says, I love my Crochet World magazine. It's the only ones I subscribe to. Got to renew my subscription soon. Yeah, I need to do that. I think I renewed mine for like 2 years the last time, but I need to make sure I keep it current. And Judy, that was very kind of you. She says, have a subscription already. Good luck. And Denise likes her subscription. And let's see. You guys are so sweet to each other. And Roberta says, what are the numbers for? Sorry, Roberta, you missed it, but I just was asking for numbers because I had some numbers already chosen at random. Hannah and I decided the numbers beforehand. So we had already decided which ones we were going with. So those are the numbers that we picked. And just for the record, in case you didn't know, they were 12, 22, 32, and 42. I just thought I'd make it easy for us to pick them out. And numbers that we generally, I don't want to do the same ones too often. But we're going to try to mix it up on you as we, have these every so often. And thank you, Freaky Geek, for congratulating everybody. You guys are nice. Okay, so it looks like whoops, I thought I was caught up, but then got a bunch more comments here. That's so great. Let me put this back down. There we go. Hold on a second. I'm woefully behind again, but I just want to visit with you all. Freaky Geek says, winner, winner, 4 chicken dinners. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? I would love to take you all out for dinner. Wouldn't that be fun? Just to say, we get to all get together and have a meal together. I mean, there's just, after the pandemic, there's just something special now. Even if we just go out to get a burger with some friends. I mean, it's just an amazing event now where I think I took it for granted for so many years, but now I get to go somewhere today. Yay. We get to go shopping. Yay. And I got to go shopping at the grocery store without a mask. And like, yay. I'm really getting used to this again, but I don't want to ever, get back to where we were and forget to be grateful for the little things. I see everybody's congratulating everybody. Yeah, and Kelly said, I misunderstood that you said between number of 1 and 50. Yeah, that was between 1 and 50 at the beginning, but then we had one number left over that nobody was hitting. So we decided to lower it and lower the threshold just for that one number. Sorry about that, Kelly, if I wasn't clear. And yeah, lots of, you guys are so nice. We have Donna says, good afternoon, sister. It is good to see you again. Well, it's good to have you here, Donna. And let's see. Judy says, okay, she's congratulating everybody. And let's see. All right. I think I'm getting caught up. I shouldn't say that because I know it's not true. And Marley says, I could probably mail them at book rate. Well, I possibly could, but believe it or not, Marley, it's actually cheaper to mail these first class because they don't weigh enough for media mail. I think media mail, the minimum is just under $3. First class might be But thanks for suggesting that. I do mail my books out media mail because it just saves me a lot of money to do that. Otherwise, I would have to raise the prices of everything in my Etsy store. And by the way, if you all didn't know, I have an Etsy store. I have a lot of my books there. This one, kept Cable Crochet Made Easy. I have the 2 books from Interweave Press, and a few others there. So if you're ever looking for a book, if you want an autographed copy, I do sell them. It costs a little bit more than Amazon, and that's mainly because I have to pay postage. I don't have my own delivery service like Amazon does. I don't do the volume that they do by a long shot. Um, and let's see. Oh, thank you, Wanda. She says, first time having a chance to tune in. Thank you all for being so friendly. Yeah, this is a great group, Wanda. I mean, these folks in this chat rock. And if they don't like to play by the games and be nice, we're very nice about showing them where the back door is. Because we want this to be a good experience, and we really focus on what unites us. And that would be the yarn and the crochet and the craft. And being nice is one of them. Boy, that sounds so lame, being nice, but you know what I mean, being kind and loving to each other. There's really nothing better that you can do in this day and age. You will stand out. You will be a light in a dark place, I promise. And that's my goal, um, with the help of the Lord. Oh, thank you, Tracy says, such a beautiful throw. That's the next one on my list. Yeah, I didn't even show you guys. This is the throw that's in the magazine. It's right behind me, and I'm just not saying anything about it. Whoop, let's turn it. Let's turn it so that you can see the whole thing. You can tell I didn't practice this. Okay, you have quite a number of stitches. I believe there are a total of 9 different stitches in this. And the 9th stitch would be the trim across the bottom, which is the woven stitch. And I have these really big tassels on all the corners. And I do show you how to make these in the video. And I did use the Lion Brand A Touch of Alpaca. It is a worsted weight yarn, and it does add a little bit of softness to that acrylic, not as much as I had thought it would, but it is very durable. However, it's a worsted weight, so you can use any worsted weight yarn that you prefer for this. You don't have to stick with, you know that by now. You don't have to stick with the recommended yarn. It's good to stick within the size of the recommended yarn, and of course, knowing the number of yardage needed for it. Hannah says people are asking about the top again. This again is the wheat cabled summer top. It's 100% cotton. It's made using the wattle stitch. All the fabric here is wattle stitch, and then you have the wheat stitch, which splits off into the cable up here. The back is just plain wattle stitch. It is crocheted in the round, except when you get to the arm sections here, and then this is worked in rows, and then the back is worked in rows, and then it's connected at the top. But most of the time you're working in the round, and the only sewing, there is really no sewing. You can stitch this with slip stitches, is right at the top, connecting the part right up here. That's it. There's no side seams, none of that. It's just crocheted in the round. And then the edging is the post ribbing, and I have the post ribbing across the bottom. I would show you, but then I'd be exposed a little bit. So so that's that. This is an intermediate project. The pattern will be available in my Lovecraft store. I just uploaded it today, so it will be available Monday. The links will be in the video description of the video that will also be released. And I'll release the right-handed and the left-handed versions of the videos. So I hope you enjoy that one. It's still, I guess, into day 3 or so of summer. So we still have a bit of time. Okay. She had Hannah sent me a question from Sandy. Wants to know what size hook I used on the Afghan. I need to look it up in the pattern because I I could give you the answer that I think I know, but okay, I use 2 hooks. I use size J or 10 or 6.00 millimeters. And you also need a size K or 10 and a half or 6.5 millimeter. The larger hook is always used for the popcorn. The popcorn tends to pull tighter than the other stitches around. So I always use a size larger for the popcorn. But that the trick is when you use the large size for the popcorn is remembering to go back to the smaller size when you do the row to discontinue the popcorn. So, and yes, I've done that. I've done that and had to rip things out and wondering why is this so big now and this is so small, or maybe the popcorn pulls too tightly and you're like, why is this so tight? And I'm like, oh, I didn't change to the larger hook. No, I have to go back and rip out and try it again. But as long as you swap out the hooks, you should be fine. And if you find that the popcorn still pulls in with a larger, one size larger hook, then bump up to 2 sizes larger and see how that works for you. Although then that brings you to a JKL, an L. I don't think that would be so good. Anyway, so those are the hooks that that you need. Okay. Thank you for the note, your notes, Hannah. And the name of the throw is Celtic Cable. The Celtic Cable throw or Celtic Cable Afghan. One or the two. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Celtic. I was just right there. Celtic Cables Afghan. Okay. And if you're asking about the top is the wheat cabled summer top. Okay. Thank you, Hannah, for sending those. You know what? I'm going to just keep this opened here. There we go. Bev says it's winter in Australia, perfect for crocheting blankets. Yeah, you're in that southern hemisphere, Bev. I remember being there at Christmas time, or it was in November. It was in November 2018, I think it was, and the weather was absolutely fabulous. I remember it was so beautiful. It was like spring weather, and we really enjoyed it. And we were getting reports back home in Maryland that they were getting snow and ice, and it's like, well, we're out in the sunshine of the Blue Mountains of Australia and everything is fine. We had an amazing time watching the kangaroo in the fields. It was really something. All right, so Charlene says it's going to be 112 in Oregon. Denise says, I need to just crochet faster. Yep. I'm reading the last comments. Okay, Jan wants to know, do I favor one size hook over another? As in, I guess you're saying like within all the Susan Bates hooks, do I favor a size? I might have when I was in my Afghans only phase of life, but now that I'm working on sweaters and shawls and things like that, I still love using the I hook and the J. They usually go hand in hand with my Afghan designs. But I also enjoy the G hook. I think that was probably the next one that's the most used in my hook collection, just for tops and shawls. And let me go ahead and show you. What time is it? Okay. Show you what I've got coming. See, this is June. Probably be in July sometime. This is, what am I calling this? Hold on a second. I had my names listed here. And I know that seems silly, but yeah, I have to write all this stuff down because I have hundreds of these things. Hold on a second. I'm going to probably mess up the name. But this is, I think I'm calling this Bonnie Bays. hold on a second. Maybe I wrote it down here. Okay, am I back? It looks like I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just check. Okay, I think I'm back. The number is still ticking up there. Um, my son tried calling me on my phone, and for some reason it just messed everything up. So I think yay, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Um, ugh. All these technological things. The more complicated to get, the more wonderful they are, but the bigger they crash. Let me give me 1 second to do something here. All right, so I just let him know that why I'm ignoring him. I don't usually ignore my kids. Okay, so I was in the middle of showing you Bonnie's Summer Lacy Stole. Okay, you may recognize the stitch. Here we go. And this is really, really fun to make. Very easy. Has nice, beautiful fringe. I love fringe. All right, so this is what I like to do with this. Okay, you are going in to a store, maybe you're going to the grocery store, and if you go to my grocery store, you better have your winter parka because they have the freezers and the AC cranking when you go in there. So I always wear a jacket or something, but if I don't have a jacket and I want to look nice, this can be a lot of fun. And this is nice. It feels soft. It's not a super, super soft yarn, but it feels absolutely fine on me. I love it. And it's long enough, you know, it can cover up your arms, and that's the part where you get cold. But it's a light 75% cotton. Do I have the yarn? Yes, I do. I will just tell you about it because it's way over there. It is 75% cotton that's grown in Virginia. Yeah, grown in the US. Yay. And it's added to 25% linen from France. Yeah, fancy schmancy. So we have USA grown, Virginia grown cotton married to some linen from France, and you get this cotton. It's the name of the company is Sestari yarn. Let me just grab it. Okay, and it's been kind of unwound, so it looks a little bit messy, but that's okay. It doesn't come messy. I messed this one up. This is the name of the company. It says Starry Yarn. So if you may have heard of it. And the name, let's see, it's called Monticello Collection. And each of these has 370 yards. This is a 2-ply fingering weight yarn. And it is a little tiny bit on the stiffer side. So when I started crocheting with this, I initially thought, let's make a top out of it. So I started making the top and I just wasn't happy. I thought, you know, I don't really like the way this is. This is not going to be stretchy. It's not going to have a bounce back. And I thought, you know, I'm going to do something else with this. So I started making this stole, and it just really hit me. I did not even block this, but this is the stitch definition that you get. To get clear stitch definition like this with crocheted lace is fantastic. And I think it's partly or mostly because of this yarn. So, and it takes 3 of these for this stole the way I made it. Now, if you want to make it shorter, you can maybe make it in 2, but I would say 3 so that you don't run out of yarn. So anyway, this is going to be coming very soon to both the YouTube channel and also the top and this Bonnie's Summer Lacy Stole will be coming also to my watch channel. It's the watch.bonniebaecrochet.com in case you're looking for a commercial-free experience with my tutorials. And I actually, just to let people know who are new, I have exclusive content that is not found on this channel or anywhere else. That's kind of my more nice, not, well, some of the stuff that I've worked the hardest most recently on that I'm kind of keeping in a safe place. It's over there on the watch channel, and it's a for pay subscriber based. It's a $6.95 a month. It's less than that if you subscribe for a year. It's like you get 12 months for the price of 10. So at what, $69 or so, something in that ballpark. But with that, you not only get commercial free, spam free, ad free viewing, you also get patterns. Not everything that I've ever done is free. Okay, I can't do that because a lot of the patterns that I have done videos for, some of them I just don't even own the rights to anymore. So some people don't understand that sometimes. But if I don't own the rights to a pattern, like for example, this one that came out with Crochet World magazine, I sold that to Crochet World magazine about 3 years ago. This is the second time it has appeared in their publications. So whenever I sign a contract, I'm try to be militant about honoring my word, especially if it's in ink. I mean, I want to honor my word all the time, but it's particularly with my publication contracts. So if I've sold a design, and Crochet World Annies are the sole owners of that, so I cannot offer that to my watch subscribers. But anything that I designed that has not been sold, and there's a lot of stuff, everything in this book is available on the watch channel. When these two patterns release, they will get a complimentary copy of the pattern. So I just wanted to throw that out there for those of you who are looking for more of an ad-free, environment. And we do have, a way to interact with each other. There's not a whole lot going on in that right now. But if you ever have questions or anything, you can always contact me there, or you can contact me here. And I also do some behind the scenes videos occasionally for my subscribers, which are kind of fun. I need to do some more of that, and I'll probably be doing that in the future. I should probably do one on the continuing saga of growing flowers at my house. But I'll have to think about that. I have a device that I'm trying to scare the wildlife away. It's ultrasonic, and I'll let you know if it works. But so far, I think they've just been amused by it. So we'll see what happens. Um, we have hungry rabbits and deer in our neighborhood. So it is 12:58. Goodness gracious, where does the time go? Um, I am sorry if I did not get to your comments today, guys. I'm going to just take a quick look to see if there are any, and check with Hannah, see if she has any other questions for me. Um, Valentine would like to know, what's a great site to buy yarn? Well, um, I can name a few. It's by no means comprehensive. I like to shop around. Quite honestly, I like to go to my local yarn stores in the neighborhoods where I live, and I would recommend, if you have a local yarn store, a physical shop near you, I encourage you to check them out, especially if they're friendly towards crocheters. I know some are not. And when I find that out, I don't go back. If they don't want my money, even though it's just as green as anybody else's, um, I'm okay with that. I'll go where people support crochet. And there are two excellent shops near me, and one of them is actually moving tomorrow. I'm going to be getting the old truck out and helping them to move. They're going to be moving from Sandy Spring, Maryland to Columbia, Maryland. So any of you who ever stop by So Original, Lana Ford's, Sweat Lana Ford's shop, come join us tomorrow. She's going to need some extra hands. We're going to be bagging everything up and moving it to Columbia. But online, let's see, I know the Lovecraft store has a lot of excellent yarn. That would be one option. I have used Knit Picks. They have a lot of good yarn to select from. It really depends on what you're looking for. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some others. I'm blanking out right now. I think Webs is another good one. I'm thinking of places that will have discounts and lots of yarn available. Lion Brand has their own store. I think Yarn Inspirations ship directly. Sometimes watch Joanne Fabrics. Sometimes they have really good deals. Let's see. Somebody else was I'm gonna just skip through. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to skip through some of these comments. Um, I will read them afterwards. Okay, I promise you. Um, I just wanted to get down to this discussion here. Lauren says, I just purchased, okay, I see Knit Pro, is it combination needle set to try out another ginger Tunisian hook and some Aran yarn. I found that Aran is much better to knit with than DK. Okay. Okay, that's on a different topic, but yeah, I think it depends on your, yeah, your level. Certainly, if you're knitting, things are going to move along a lot faster with Aran than they will with DK. Um, okay, and somebody just posted there about liking. Let me get back down to this. Knitpicks donates. Charlene says Knitpicks donates to me every year for my charity work. They are amazing. Is it Daramore's is awesome. Cynthia says. It's in the UK, but shipping is fast and reasonable. Yarn is wonderful. Um, yeah. And Jan says we have a sale on Red Heart yarns right now, $3 a scan. Wow. Um, okay. Yeah. So there are a lot of places out there. If you're looking for something specific, email me, bonniebay@me.com, and maybe I can help you that way. But as far as one site fits all my needs, I really shop around. I like to get bits and pieces here and there. And when I'm out and about in new places, new towns, and if I look online on my phone and find that there's a yarn store, not too far away, I'll drop in because sometimes I'll find things that I don't see anywhere else. So that's one good thing about going to a yarn store, a local yarn store, because they may buy certain things. Like there's Lana started buying this. I can't even show you. I want to show you a design sitting right here staring at me saying, show me, show me, show me. And I'm, no, 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 I can't yet. But there's a company called Earth, URTH Yarns, which is kind of new, and they have some pretty spectacular stuff. So there's so many things out there, and also like yarn kits. We talked about lamb shops kits. I mean, just so many things out there. Well, it is 1:03, and okay, Hannah was asking me, do you about what kind of yarn you use? Okay, I already answered that one. Good, 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 good. So, yeah, so many things to talk about. Um, Laura says I've been lucky with Cascade yarns. Yeah, Cascade yarns is wonderful. Yeah. So anyway, and somebody wants to know how much yarn was used. Okay, how much, not just what kind. Let me go ahead and give you those numbers. You're going to need 8 scans of the alpaca. Let me get the numbers for you, because I know you're going to want the yardage, and I'm not going to want to multiply this in my head and be responsible for the answer if it's wrong while live. Okay, it's about just over 3,300 yards for this particular Afghan. And a lot of people have asked me, about making it wider, and think I think the multiple of 12 added to the original starting chain, you can make it, deeper, wider, whatever. And if you do that, just know that you need a lot more yarn, and you're going to have to make sure that you buy enough. Well, let me go ahead and read something. I've been reading through the Bible using this book at a time reading plan. And just a few days ago, I read through Psalm 23, and I know this is a psalm most of us may have memorized, but it's just so cool to read through it, and to read through it slowly, and to really see, with new eyes, what is in this. And um, it, it's just amazing how it's true, and he provides for us, and even in the midst of a storm or a trial, we can still have peace. And that's the great thing about being a believer in Jesus is you know, it's a real thing. And for example, I get a call this morning. I had gotten up and showered and was reading this morning, and get a call from my husband, and he had just exited off a 270, which is our, you know, interstate expressway, um, where we live here outside of the Washington D.C. area. And seems that our car, our SUV, which we've had for 11 years and almost 200,000 miles, really great car, seems like it was leaving a trail of smoke, and all of the oil had been kind of quickly exited the engine. So thankfully, my husband was off of the expressway when that happened, and was able to pull into a parking lot at a grocery store, where we had to wait for a while to get the car towed to a garage. So I don't know yet. We don't know yet if this is the end of our car, or, you know, what's going to happen. But it, it was just great that he was okay, I was okay, and just in light of all the possibilities that could have happened, you know, it's just a car. I mean, it's just a car. So and just feeling God's peace. This is going to be okay. This is going to work out. And the worst possibility is that we get to go car shopping, you know. And I know the money will be provided. But anyway, I just wanted to just read this afresh this morning. So this is Psalm 23. It says, written by King David. He says, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." I just love, 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 love that psalm, and the promises that are just piled high in there. And on that, I just want to wish you all a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week here, God willing. Take care. Bye bye.